In the span of 2 years, I went from being your average skinny guy weighing between 60 to 65 kilograms with chicken legs to gaining 10 kilograms purely and making my way up to 75 kilograms. Looking better, getting fuller and increasing my strength, but still having chicken legs. Now, by all means, I'm not the biggest guy out there, or the strongest one, or the one with the best physique. But in those last 2 years of me training, and the 2 years before that of me just doing calisthenics at home, I have made a great deal of mistakes, but I've also have done a lot of things that helped me improve. I'm gonna share with you guys the 5 brutally honest things that I've done that worked for me. And if you are a skinny guy trying to put some size on, then I hope you learn from my mistakes and apply what I'm gonna share with you guys to spare yourselves months of failures and mistakes. But by all means, we are all different, so what works for me may not exactly work in the same way for you. You still need to figure out how your body responds to different type of workout routines and foods and do what's best for you to reach your goals. Alright, that being said, let's get to it. Okay, so first things first, before getting into the workout routines, we need to talk about the most boring yet most important part of all of this. You need to be in a caloric surplus. So, as humans, we burn a certain amount of calories to exist every single day. We also burn a lot more calories doing our daily activities like working, doing stuff around the house, and working out. So to put this simply, if you want to gain weight, then you need to eat more calories than what you burn. So you need to eat more calories than your maintenance. In order for you to stay in the same weight, then you need to eat about as many calories as you burn or as many calories as your maintenance. And in order for you to lose weight, then you need to eat less calories than what you burn every single day, or be in a caloric deficit, so eat less calories than your maintenance. Every one of us has an amount of maintenance in calories, a certain number, which if you consume, then you're gonna stay at the same weight. You need to find that number and try to eat at least 300 calories, or preferably a lot more than that, above it for you to slowly and healthily gain weight and put on some muscle. Of course, you will need a lot of protein and a lot of the other nutrients as well, which is why it's important to eat clean foods and try to avoid processed foods. My best 2 changes in my eating habits was to drink my calories and to consume foods that I actually and genuinely like, such as pizzas, tacos, and pastas, as I found these foods very enjoyable for me. So all I had to do was just Google a way for me to cook them at home in a healthy way and also in a calorie-rich way. The smoothie that I drink is actually inspired by the one and only Chris Bumstead, but I tweaked it a little bit to my liking. It's rich in calories and in protein and basically everything else for you to gain weight and build some muscle. So I'm going to give you the recipe of the exact one that I'm drinking. Basically, what we have here is you need to blend 100 to 120 grams of oats until it's basically powder, and then adding 1 or 2 scoops of protein powder. So that's gonna be in the taste of either vanilla protein powder, and it can also be vanilla plus any other berry type of taste. Afterwards, you're gonna be adding 1 little scoop of creatine, and when it comes to the taste, it's gonna be either tasteless or any berry taste. So far, only berry tasting ingredients. And then you're gonna add between either 150 grams of strawberries and 1 small banana, or 200 to 250 grams of blueberries and raspberries, so either the banana and the strawberries or the blueberries and the raspberries. And then lastly, you're gonna be adding 1 fat tablespoon of peanut butter, 3 to 4 ice cubes, and then about 400 milliliters of cold water. That smoothie should have anywhere between 600 to 800 calories, a lot of protein, fats, and carbs, and everything else depending on which type of products you actually use. Helped me gain about 4 or 5 kilograms in the past like 6 months. Most crazy amount of gains that I've ever made. Pizzas, pastas, and tacos are also some great foods if made in a healthy way, that they can be very nutritious and very calorie high, which is great for you in order to gain weight. Another recipe which I eat almost on a daily basis is basically throwing a piece of fish and then putting on some potatoes, some pommes, and just, spraying salt over them, get the fish spices, and then put it on the fish, put on some butter on the fish, and then throw it in the oven in high heat for like 30 minutes, and then take it out, spray some lemonade on it, put some sauce, mayonnaise, anything, and then just eat it. Super calorie rich, high in protein, and honestly tastes amazing. If you guys want me to make a video showing you all of these meals, their nutritional value, and basically giving you the recipes, then comment it down below and I will definitely do a video on it. Alright, moving on to my second tip, and that's going to be having the proper workout routine. Now, for some reason, I have a feeling that I'm going to talk about this for at least an hour because I'm so passionate about this, but I'm going to try and keep my points as short as possible. Basically, when you're trying to build muscle, there are so many ways to go about it, but your main goal with working out in that case should be to reach muscle hypertrophy. I won't get into the specifics of it as it's going to take me literally forever to explain, but basically what you want to do is hit every muscle group at least twice a week with at least 2 days of rest between each muscle group in order for it to properly recover and also with you effectively reaching hypertrophy. This is why a split like push-pull legs is so effective because it's simple to follow, and provided you have a good plan, then it should hit all of your muscle groups. Alright, so here your goal is to increase the weight or the reps or reduce the rest time every 1 to 2 weeks. Let's take the tricep extension for an example. Provided you are doing the exercise with perfect form, let's say on week 1 you're doing 40 kilograms for 8 reps. The next week you should try to aim for 10 reps, and the week after that maybe try to aim for 12 reps, and the week after that maybe try to increase the weight and then go back to 8 reps again and keep doing this over and over again. Slowly but always progressively overloading the muscle every single workout session so that the tissue keeps breaking down and building back up stronger and bigger. Other ways to do this to reach muscle hypertrophy is supersetting your exercises, drop setting your exercises, and also doing partial reps. Those 3 forms of exercising can be done in your last set of working out, assuming you're doing a simple routine of 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. It's a great way to push your muscles to failure in order for them to grow. When I used to work out, I honestly used to do the same weight and the same reps over and over again and not tracking them, and that made me plateau so many times. So those tips are gonna help you break out of those plateaus if you ever plateau, and they're gonna also keep you progressing all the time. So track your workout, whether it's tracking it on a notepad, whether it's tracking it on a note app or a working app. When you track your workouts, you are going to have a better overview of them, and it will get a lot easier for you to make better progress and not staying stuck at the same level. You are gonna have those days where you're just not gonna be able to hit new PRs or increase the weight, or even your normal weight is just gonna feel super heavy compared to normal. But don't get discouraged with that. Do what you can, try to recover, and in due time you will see a lot of progress if you stay consistent. Alright, so my third tip would be overtraining. When I first started working out, I used to be so motivated that I would do anything between 8 to 12 exercises, super high reps, super high intensity, burning myself to death with the intensity and the exercise selection. And then I would wonder why I wasn't growing and why I was stuck in the same weights and also in the same size. I mean, you'd think that if you train extremely hard all the time, then you'd actually be better, get stronger and grow, right? Well, that wasn't actually the case. See, I am natural. I mean, as you can tell, I don't have freak genetics, and many people are actually the same. Diet, sleep, and recovery was not on point. So when you and I train super hard, but then lack in those other areas, then we will not properly recover for our next session. If you are pushing yourself to the limit every single session, then in the beginning you will actually see some progress, but eventually you're gonna burn out your body, you're gonna plateau, and God forbid you might even injure yourself. You need to be smart about it, and of course sometimes you do gotta push yourself really hard, but on the other times you need to be smart and take it slow, especially if you're a natural lifter with no solid diet and sleep schedule, etc, etc, etc. So with that being said, when I was actually plateaued, what I did was decrease the intensity of my workouts, focus on quality reps, and slowly increasing the weight over time. Cut my rest time and effectively planning my workouts so that I've hit everything major every single week. Also, fixing good eating habits or good diet and then getting good quality sleep is so important to you guys. It's like the foundation of everything else. Doing just this, sleeping and eating better, made me actually feel more energetic during the day, less sluggish, and actually made me look better and even get stronger in the gym. Of course, even to this day, I still love to sometimes push myself to the limit and do like a crazy workout like once or twice a week, but that's about it. Rest of the time, I'm taking things slow and I'm focusing on having good quality workouts and then trying to eat more and try to get better sleep. And of course, there are those days where my food intake and my sleep schedule is just pure chaos, but it's a work in progress.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Alright, so the fourth thing that I've done, which I actually still struggle to keep consistent with till this day, is getting enough sleep. Guys, I don't care what you have read or heard, you need to sleep early and wake up early. This is the best way for your body and your brain to stay healthy. Messing up with your diet and your sleep can actually lead to decreased testosterone and overall energy, which is ultimately going to mess up your recovery, your workouts, your growth, your gains, and everything else. Sleeping is so important that I actually cannot even stress it enough. So whatever you need to do, cold showers, fixing your food intake, praying or meditating, listening to music, I don't care, whatever you do, get good quality sleep during the nights. And I would say anything between 7 to 8 hours is solid. And moving on to my last tip, and that's going to be consistency. If there is one thing that I've actually done right and that I'm proud of myself for, it's staying consistent. Y'all, progress is a long and a painful road that requires you to keep showing up when you have to, no matter what happens in your life. Work, loss of someone loved, feeling tired, rainy or bad weather, done too much during the day, whatever the excuse, I kept showing up and I want you to do the same. Many days you're actually not gonna feel like it, but in order for you to change and become a better version of yourself and for you to reach a certain goal, it literally takes time, effort, and a lot of sacrifices of what you want now in the short term compared to what you want in the long term. So no matter what happens, stay consistent. I swear, if I personally lagged during my workouts or half-assed my workouts almost all of the time, then I'd literally still be a stick by now. But I haven't. Even during those first 2 years of me just doing purely calisthenics at home because I could not afford a gym membership, I could not afford supplements, and I could not afford anything else. I, however, have learned so much during this time, and for that I've become mentally and physically stronger. That alone, honestly, except for the gym, makes me unbreakable when shit hits the fan in real life. So stay consistent and keep going at it day after day after day. To quote David Goggins, and I have literally pulled it up here on my computer, one of the greatest speakers of our time right now, and he said, "When the ending is unknown and when the distance is unknown, that's when you find out who you really are."
When the ending is unknown and the distance is unknown, that's when you know who the fuck you are. Stay hard.
So, to sum it all up, first things first, eat a lot and try to find ways to drink your calories if you are like me and you cannot eat a lot. The second thing is having a proper workout routine that makes you hit every single muscle group twice a week with the proper intensity in order for you to reach hypertrophy. Third thing, do not overtrain and take your recovery seriously, and when you're training, focus on quality reps and quality workouts. Fourth thing is sleep. Yeah, just basically sleep. And the fifth and last thing is you need to stay consistent. Alright you guys, I genuinely hope that this has helped you in any possible way. Most if not all of the things that I've said in this video are super general, but I swear to you, those simple basic things are the best things to apply. There are no shortcuts and no magic pills. You just need to stick to these simple and basic things and go at it day after day after day. Do not compare yourself to anyone else or try to copy anyone else all the time. Instead, you need to try to find out what works best for you, what you enjoy most, and always do your research before you apply anything. In all those things and tips that I gave to you today, I always try to find something that is exciting, something that I enjoy doing in order for me to stick to it to a lifetime. For example, the tacos and the pizzas when it comes to my eating habits. However, sometimes you sadly have to do the things that you don't want to do. For me, that's basically a cardio at least once a week in order for you to develop. Alright you guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this or that you found it helpful in any way possible. If you have any questions, then please feel free to leave them down in the comment section and I'll definitely get back to you. And also, if you have any other tips about this painful process, then please also feel free to comment them down below so that we all here can help each other out. Y'all, don't forget to smash that like button and also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. We are trying to reach 1000 subs, and with your guys' help and support, then we can definitely do that. I want to show you guys that no matter your background or your end goal, that anything is possible provided you are putting in the hard work and you are staying consistent. That being said, you guys, ending this video right here. I hope you all have a great one and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.